Folks, today we're doing something very special, very incredible. We're running a burger joint. I mean, some of us already have experience flying things into the ground, right, Bush? But listen, I'm a businessman. I know how to make a restaurant great. This is going to be the best burger place in the world. Five Guys, garbage. McDonald's, great, but can always be better. Trump Burgers, now that's a name. Someone should make that a thing. Well, we just did.
Jack, you wouldn't be talking like that if you knew what I've been through. I got a job at McDonald's. Minimum wage, hairnets, the grease. Don, the grease. And Michelle's out here breathing down my neck. She says if I don't pay rent, she's throwing out all my ice cream. My life's on the line here.
Joe, it's not just about rent, it's about space. We literally can't fit anything in the fridge. There are like 37 flavors in there. I tried to put a gallon of milk in, and 3 tubs of Chunky Monkey fell out and almost broke my foot. That's a safety hazard, man. I wish you had your own mini fridge in your bedroom, but you wasted all of your money on the aforementioned million different ice cream flavors.
Now, hold on there, son. You're telling me you work at McDonald's and still can't keep up with rent? That's just bad economics. See, back in my day, a job meant you could afford things. You know, gas was like a nickel. And if you want ice cream, I personally just go to Dairy Queen and get myself a dilly bar. No hoarding necessary.
George, you don't get it. I only started the job yesterday, but come on, man. Michelle's ruthless. She's probably standing at the fridge with a trash bag, and she's laughing, man. I saw her chuck a whole pint of Rocky Road in the bin like it was nothing. That's a war crime against humanity.
Look, I don't blame Michelle. Sorry, Michael. Frankly, you're hoarding. It's what losers do. But I'll tell you what, Papa's Burgeria, it's different. I run the business here while you do my bidding. You're lucky I'm even letting you play. You'd probably drop the whole burger on the floor, Joey.
And you'd probably name a sandwich after yourself. The Bigley Burger or something.
Exactly, Barack. Finally, you're making sense. The Bigley Burger, the best ingredients, hand-selected by me. American cheese, none of that fake European stuff. Perfectly toasted bun, it would sell millions. Even the vegan teacher would give up her act and devour it. We'd make it big, folks.
Yeah, but do they got freedom fries? That's the real question.
George, it's just French fries, man. We stopped calling them that in like 2003. You're almost as bad as Donald's thing about renaming the Gulf of Mexico the Gulf of America. It's just a body of water. Do you not have a hobby or anything better to think about?
That's what they want you to think.
Okay, well, while you two argue about the fries, I'm just trying to figure out how we'll even manage to keep this place running. Joe, are you even good at this game? Because if you're as slow in here as you are in real life, we're going out of business in 5 minutes.
I'll have you know I make a mean burger. The trick is, you got to be real careful with the toppings. You don't just throw them on. You got to place them gently, with love. And if I see any of Trump's cronies or any Karens, I'll burn their burgers. So keep a fire extinguisher close by, pal.
All right, Joe, before we go any further, I need you to focus. This is serious. You're working a job now. Michelle is charging you rent, and if you don't pay up, she's tossing all your ice cream in the trash. That means you need to actually learn how to cook a burger. So, tell me, step by step, how do you do it? You just followed the tutorial. But enough with this dementia crap. If you can remember all of the ice cream flavors in the fridge, you can at least put that same effort into cooking a burger. As much as I love you, Joe, you just gotta say yes you can. Not to Trump and his tomfoolery, but my angry husband. I mean wife, fuck, how do I keep messing this up? You're better than this, Barry. That's supposed to remain a secret.
Oh, that's easy, Jack. First, you take the burger and slap it on the grill. Real hard, like slam it down. That way it absorbs the heat instantly. Then you just let it sit there. No flipping, no touching, just vibes. That's what Kamala did, and she won in a landslide. Or wait, did she? I forgot again.
Okay, first of all, Kamala didn't win in a landslide. I'm no scientist, but by golly, there is no universe where Kamala won the election. This was the good ending, pal. And second of all, what were those dressings? The mustard is in a paintball game. Now pay close attention to Elton John over here.
Wow, Elton must have a big crush on me. If this was Papa's Pizzeria, I would have tried to write my number with pepperoni on the pizza. I don't know what the equivalent of that is with Papa's Burgeria. Maybe I can spell it with French fries. Oh, darn, I forgot we don't have any. Fuck.
Joe, if you don't flip it, it's gonna burn on one side and be raw on the other. And I don't know why you're cooking 2 burgers, Joe. As much as I love Commander, he almost bit off my you know what I mean? And Michelle kicked him to the street, so there is no reason to cook 2 burgers.
Nah, see, that's the beauty of it. You just scrape off the burnt part and boom, the good meat underneath is what you eat. It may be shy, but once they finally come out and play, you won't regret it, pal.
Joe, you are absolutely the worst burger cook I've ever seen. Honestly, folks, I knew he was bad at running the country, but I didn't know he was bad at running a grill. Absolutely disgraceful. He's a disaster, and frankly, I wouldn't trust him with a Happy Meal. He'd probably eat the toy.
All right, Barack, I think I finally got it. You take the patty, hold it up to the grill, real close, and just yell at it until it starts cooking out of fear. That's how we did it back in the Senate cafeteria. The other ones were more outgoing, so they were exceptions. Elton loved them.
I give up. I can't.
Well, I wouldn't want to deal with this either if there ain't no fries in this establishment. We might as well call this place Papa's Bare Minimum Grill. I'd rather eat gas station hot dogs in the middle of July than support this kind of nonsense.
I gotta say, Joe, I'm shocked you didn't burn a single burger today. I was fully expecting to spend the whole night explaining food safety violations to you. I don't know if you were just fooling around with me or if your luck with timing is just legendary. 86%, you managed to shock me sometimes, Joe, but hopefully I'm not jinxing anything, but I'm proud of you, man.
And you know what I'm shocked about? That guy who looks like Elton John from Papa's Pizzeria, he came back. He's hopping from one Papa's restaurant to another like he's on a world tour. What's next? Papa's Sushi Shack? I guess this is what he's doing in retirement, huh? We might see him in Smash next.
Look, man, all I'm saying is if this game actually had fries, I could have arranged them into the shape of my number, and he would have given me a call. Set up a little business deal, maybe even grab some ice cream together. But thank you for the love, guys. I won't let you down. I love you all.
Okay, I'm sorry, folks. I made things weird.
Joe, I was going to call that idea zesty, but honestly, you and that guy, 2 sweet retired old men, y'all would kind of look cute together, like a couple of little sugar cookies.
Okay, what? George, that's weird. You're weird. I'm never eating at a Texas barbecue again after this conversation.
All right, I think we can all agree. This was the high point. It's only going to go downhill from here. But what I really want to know is, Donald, how are you doing? You've been suspiciously quiet.
Oh, I'm fantastic, Barack. Absolutely tremendous. You know why? Because I've begun the MrBeast challenge. That's right. After our last gaming session where I allegedly lost, debatable by the way, I got roped into spending an entire week living in a McDonald's PlayPlace. Let me tell you, it sucks.
Wait. So you're just living in a McDonald's PlayPlace? For a whole week? You got a little bed in there, Donnie? And first we saw Elton John in the game, now Bernie's here too? Or is that the racist old man, Clark Griswold? They are 2 balding old men, I can't really tell.
I gotta ask, Don, how's the food situation? You got unlimited Big Macs, or what? And leave Joe alone, balding old man or not, he's just going to be handing out tons of free stuff, especially after the health department gets on his case. Oh, and Biden gets sent to an insane asylum after meeting Bobby. Learn from my mistakes, I hated it in there.
I wish, George. Turns out they don't serve food to grown men lurking in the PlayPlace past midnight. I had to barter with a 5-year-old for an extra Happy Meal. Sad. It was a long, drawn-out debate, but after I pulled his pants down and his imaginary girlfriend dumped him, I may have won that war.
That's honestly one of the most cursed things I've ever heard. But hold on. If you're stuck in a PlayPlace for a week, then who's running the country? My best pals at the deep state all got booted to Alcatraz, so who the hell is running things?
Don't worry, it's all under control. I've got Elon and JD taking turns. Absolute geniuses, both of them. Elon's handling the mornings, probably tweeting executive orders, who knows. And JD, well, he just does whatever I tell him. He's my favorite obedient puppet. Fantastic guys, both of them.
Man, that explains so much. I was wondering why the White House Wi-Fi suddenly turned into a pay-to-win subscription.
Okay, Donald, I gotta know. What's the worst thing that's happened to you in there so far?
Well, let me tell you, Barack. Last night, absolute disaster. So I'm trying to get some sleep, right? I've got my coat as a blanket, my phone flashlight on so I don't get jumped by some rogue toddler. And then at 2 a.m., this group of moms comes in for a wine night in my PlayPlace.
Wine night in a McDonald's?
Oh, it was horrible, George. They snuck in boxed wine and just sat in the tubes gossiping about their husband's meat, or should I say McRibs. One of them kicked me in the ribs while crawling through, didn't even apologize. What a Karen.
Will you say anything back? You always have something to say. Go ahead. Get it off your tongue, Donnie.
Of course, I told her I own more PlayPlaces than anyone, more than any past president. She didn't believe me. So then I challenged her to a slide race. It was tremendous, and guess what? I won. Absolutely crushed her.
Donald, you're a grown man. You are the President of the United States. You cannot be racing suburban moms down slides at 2 a.m.
Oh, I can and I did, but after I won, I got a little too excited, and I miscalculated the landing. Let's just say I might have taken out a Ronald McDonald statue on my way down. And now the manager's looking for me.
Don, I gotta say, this might be the funniest downfall of a president in history. And that's coming from me, the guy who almost died from a fucking shoe.
Man, I gotta say, I am offended. Wally, who I swear is just Bernie Sanders in disguise, gave me the lowest tip I've ever seen. I worked my tail off for that burger. I stood there flipping it like a real American hero, and this guy, this old, smelly, glasses-wearing, balding socialist, stiffs me?
Joe, first of all, his name is Wally, not Bernie. Second, you did cook the burger right, I'll give you that. But you smothered the thing in mayo like you were finger painting in kindergarten. I mean, it looked like you were trying to ice a birthday cake, man. The top bun was sliding off. Of course, he barely tipped you. What I am concerned about is you cooking 3 burgers at the same time. You may just blink once and forget how to even cook them. My dead grandpa could do better, but all we gotta do is hope.
Listen, Barack, you're missing the point. Bernie is a communist. He loves free stuff. He should have loved that I gave him extra mayo. That's free mayonnaise. That's the real American dream, just taking a little extra for the people.
First of all, Crazy Bernie isn't a communist. He's more erratic than a clown that just got hit by lightning while juggling flaming bowling pins. You think that guy has a plan? He's not smart enough to be a real commie. He just yells about billionaires and then runs off to buy another lake house.
No, Don, he told me, man. We were in a Senate break room back in the day, and he leans over, real sneaky-like, and he goes, Joe, I gotta tell you something. I am a communist. True story. He even knew Trudeau's dad, Fidel Castro. They were best buds back in the 90s.
Joe, buddy, I need to hear this. Define a communist for us real quick. I want to see what you really think about this.
Oh, easy. A communist is a guy who, he shares everything. You go to his Vermont mansions and boom, his food is your food, his bed, your bed, his socks, your socks. That's communism. Just a whole lot of sharing.
Joe, you absolute disaster. You just described a bad roommate that forgot washing machines exist. Not a communist.
I don't know what's worse, the fact that he thinks that's communism, or the fact that he probably lived with a guy like that and thought it was totally normal, or well, if that isn't some gotcha club mini-movie about our Soviet history, he is mixing up with real life. I don't know anymore.
No, you guys just don't get it. Bernie told me, and I asked him, hey, Bernie, does that mean I can have your car? And he said, no, Joe, that's not how it works. And I said, aha, gotcha. That's capitalism, buddy. And I walked out of there feeling like a darn genius. He really felt the...
I'm putting that on my list of dumbest things ever said by a president. Right below inject bleach and way above mission accomplished. Oh, wait, the first one is mine. That was absolute stellar. Not even Dr. Phil or Saul Goodman could lay down the truth on you like that, people.
Joe, please, never try to explain communism ever again. Joe, what am I looking at here? You burned one side of the burger, and instead of fixing it, you burned the other side too? What were you thinking, man?
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. This is why America was going down the drain, folks. This right here. We got Sleepy Joe running the grill like it's a Hawaiian wildfire. Joe, you scorched that thing like you were trying to send a signal to Mars. What the hell were you doing?
Fellas, it's all about balance. If one side's burnt, the other has to be burnt too. That way the customer doesn't feel like one side got the short end of the stick, you know? You got to be fair about it. And look, to make up for it, I gave her an extra squirt of mustard. That's called customer service.
Customer service? Customer service? That's not customer service. That's a culinary war crime. You just handed that lady a hockey puck with a gallon of mustard on it and called it a meal. You should be arrested for what you just served. You have disrespected the burger industry. You have spit in the face of Ronald McDonald himself. I hope you never, and I mean never, step foot in a kitchen again.
Man, Don, why are you so mad? It's just a little extra mustard. You're acting like I just burned down Mar-a-Lago or something.
No, Joe, you don't get it. I was already having a rough day, and then I had to watch you destroy a perfectly good burger. But you know what? I was in a good mood before this. You want to see why? Look at this. Boom! Avril Lavigne in the WWE taking on Asuka and winning. This is real. This happened. It's one of the greatest moments of my life. Just kidding. How can a robot just waltz into the WWE and defeat a dazzling and strong woman like Asuka? No robots in women's sports.
Oh, damn. Avril's in wrestling now? Man, look at her thighs. So thick, so powerful. They're practically shining under those bright lights. I need her to put me in a chokehold, make me see the other side. I'll respawn so she can knock me out all she wants. What a sexy beast.
What the hell did you just say?
Jesus, Joe, you couldn't even pretend to appreciate the match before getting weird about it?
I am appreciating it, just in a different way, you know?
Brother, if you were in Texas, they'd make you leave the state after saying some stuff like that.
Now, I can't even look at it the same way. I hope you're happy. Joe, I can't believe you right now. First, you ruined my wrestling moment with Avril friggin' Lavigne, who, by the way, is not even real. She's a robot, a fraud, a corporate psyop designed to infiltrate women's sports. And now I see you completely butchering another burger. What the hell are you doing?
Oh, I know what I'm doing, Jack. This pirate guy, total Karen, by the way, came in here, and I don't care if he's a closer, that's a Karen. I'm making an executive decision. He gets 2 patties for the price of 1, but one's fresh, one's burnt to hell. Yin and yang, balance. It's the Biden special.
Joe, that is not how this works. The only balance here is between a health code violation and straight up arson. I know if you go to jail, you'll drop your soap on the first day, and, well, you'll be worse off than the little kids you smell every day.
Brother, you're gonna make this guy walk the plank with that mess. He's gonna keel over before he even gets to the fries. Oh, wait, no fries in this game. Total disgrace.
And you have the nerve to call him a Karen? You're out here serving a war crime in a bun, and you think he's the problem?
Look, Don, when you've been in customer service as long as I have...
Joe, you worked at McDonald's for like 1 day. As much as I hate admitting this, Donald can literally say the same thing.
You start to see through these people. The moment they start demanding perfection, exact measurements, you know what they are? Karens. And Karens deserve to be humbled.
Oh, so you're humbling him by giving him food poisoning. Genius, Joe. Just absolute next level thinking.
Joe, this is a burger place, not one of your presidential executive orders. You don't just get to say it's done and move on.
No, let him keep going. Let's see how long it takes before he starts adding ice cream as a topping just because he likes it so much. Besides, if he does that, it might make some room in your fridge for the gazelles, zebras, and whatever prey Obama might find during his hunting trips in his homeland.
Now, that's an idea. A little scoop of vanilla on top, let it melt down, add some sprinkles.
Joe, for the love of God, I am begging you to take this job seriously. If this is how you treat this game, I don't even want to step foot in that McDonald's. Donald, I hope you survive the challenge because I don't think it's the PlayPlace that will kill you. It might be about time for Joe to find a way to finish you off. And the irony is he might not even notice until he starts preying on his, I'm not even going to say it, you know what I'm thinking. I love you, Joe, but the kids may be scared when they find a giant Oompa Loompa in the PlayPlace. Sorry, dude.
Relax, man. It's all part of the Biden experience. Someone should make it a video game. It might be longer than fucking Danganronpa and the whole Final Fantasy series put together, but when I get tired, I'll just sleep in the lab so they can run tests on me.
Yeah, no, can someone get me one of my Trump Bibles? Because I need to pray, well, to myself, of course, because I'm that fucking great. I'm the one who's going to make MrBeast great again, but only if I survive, that is. Please, Joe, you better not poison me tomorrow.
Man's turning this place into Papa's Lawsuiteria.
All right, now this is just ridiculous. Joe, you somehow got a raise after just your second day on the job, and I have no idea how.
It's simple, man. Hard work, dedication, and a little bit of that old Biden charm. They saw the effort, the craftsmanship, the...
Joe, you poisoned a pirate today. You handed the man a double cheeseburger that looked like a crime scene, and you still got promoted. This is why America is failing. It's not me. Definitely not. It's just a ripple effect.
Oh, come on, it wasn't that bad. He got one burger rare and one extra well done. So really, he got two experiences in one. Value, Jack, it's what the people want.
Joe, that's not value, that's culinary negligence.
And I just want to say, if I die tomorrow, it was Biden who poisoned me. The man can't tie his own shoes, but somehow he's out here getting raises while serving biohazards in a bun.
Now, hold on. I wouldn't poison you, Don, but if they find you slumped over with a milkshake in your hand, well...
Exactly. If there's ice cream near my dead body, you all know who did it. And not even on purpose. He'd be too stupid to do it on purpose, but it would still be him.
What if the ice cream machine's broken? That happens more than you think.
Then Joe's the dead one. Rest in pieces, dumbass.
Joke's on you. I know all the secret McDonald's codes. I can fix that thing in 2 minutes.
This is just unbelievable. This is why America needs me. I'm sitting here stuck in a McDonald's PlayPlace, fighting for my life, and Sleepy Joe is out here getting raises for war crimes. I might have to get Bobby to come down here. I don't care if Joe goes insane at this point. This is nuts.
Haters gonna hate, Don, but guess what? Papa's Burgeria believes in Joe Biden.
Unreal. Anyway, folks, that's going to wrap it up. Thanks for watching. Honestly, I don't know why you do, but we appreciate it. Unlike Biden's cooking, your support actually means a lot. Stay safe, eat your burgers correctly cooked, and we'll catch you next time.
Unless Biden kills me first, then you know who to blame.